A visit with Mr. Baseball Bob Uecker. Ever since Babe Ruth was waddling around the bases, there have been grim predictions about baseball's future. Time has passed on the national pastime, too leisurely, too bucolic. Last year's World Series TV ratings and this season's batting averages both hit 50-year lows. Baseball, they say, is dying. But never mind the current World Series between two of the game's stalwarts, the New York Yankees and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Want to feel better about baseball's health? Just go to a Milwaukee Brewers game. There, in Major League Baseball's smallest market, cheese curds sweat under floodlights, frozen custard unspools into batting helmets, hometown Miller flows liberally, and on the stadium's second level is the most authentic Milwaukee touch of all. The broadcaster they call Mr. Baseball. In 6 undistinguished seasons as a catcher in the majors, Bob Uecker never played an inning for the Brewers. But during half a century as the team's play-by-play announcer, he's become equal parts mayor and mascot in the city of his birth, all the while declining offers from bigger markets, laying off pitches, as it were. In the 1980s, Yankees owner George Steinbrenner tried to recruit Uecker. Steinbrenner sent a couple of people out to talk to me about joining the Yankees, he said, but I loved Milwaukee, born and raised here. Uecker began his major league career in 1962 with the Milwaukee Braves before the franchise moved to Atlanta. I was the first player from Milwaukee to ever be signed by the Braves, he said. I was also the first Milwaukee native to be sent to the minor leagues by the Braves. If Uecker's on-field inadequacies hampered his playing career, they've provided some of his best material in a lengthy and lucrative second career as an actor and comedian. Employing a bone-dry wit, he made more than 40 appearances on Johnny Carson's Tonight Show. He said, I did Tonight shows, whenever they wanted. I would leave here on a Sunday afternoon, fly to LA, do the Monday night show, take a red-eye back here, and be here for Tuesday's game. Give me, fast as you can, all the teams you've ever played with. Braves, Cardinals, Phillies, and the Braves again. Then, in June, I was with. The Carson guest spots led to a series of notable TV commercials, as well as a starring sitcom role, and perhaps most memorably as Harry Doyle, the perpetually blitzed announcer in the Major League movies. This past summer, at Milwaukee's American Family Field, Harry Doyle bobblehead night brought the Uecker faithful out in force. Asked his favorite Bob Uecker line, he replied, "Just a bit outside. That's where my wife put me a lot of times." Before serving 16 years as baseball's commissioner, Bud Selig owned the Brewers, and in 1971 hired Uecker, misguidedly, as a scout. Selig said it is legitimately true that Uecker wasn't cut out to be a scout. There were mashed potatoes on the damned scouting report. I couldn't read it. He couldn't read it, he said. So Selig moved Uecker to the Brewers broadcast booth later that year. Today, there's even a statue honoring Uecker. Where else? In the very last row of the upper deck, behind a pole. But for all the stardom, all the gigs and gags, the late-night laughs at his own expense, Uecker still fancies himself a player, says Brewers pitcher Brandon Woodruff. He lets us know about his catching days. He's one of us. He's part of the team, and I think that's why we embrace him so much, is that he's on this ride with us, and that's what makes it cool. According to Uecker, he has a bond with the players on the field. I played the game, so I know how hard it is. I know how tough it is to play this game. The game celebrations when we win, that's a big part of it, man. To be able to walk into that clubhouse and be with them. But baseball is cruel, and in Milwaukee, celebrations are short-lived. Earlier this month, with the Brewers just 2 outs from winning the National League Wildcard Series, the New York Mets came from behind on a dramatic home run. On the radio, Uecker didn't hide the hurt. I'm telling ya, that one had some sting on it. The Brewers' first World Series title will have to wait. There's speculation that the heartbreaking loss may have marked Uecker's last game as an announcer. But as his 91st birthday nears, the man they call Mr. Baseball told us he doesn't want to imagine his life without it. I don't know what I would do, with no more. If I think of no more baseball for me, I don't know what that would be like, Uecker said, I got out of high school and I joined the Army, and I signed a baseball contract. That's been it, really.